on a furry. Oh, we're not doing like the I start it, you finish it thing.
What are you doing? What are you talking about?
I mean, we're live
Thank
on a
thank God it's Friday.
Yeah,
TGIF.
Friday.
I don't know. You've never done that before, and you tried something new, and it failed miserably.
It
Oh,
failed. That's what it.
welcome back to the Legends Clubhouse. It's a Friday here on New Leaf News YouTube. Hey, we didn't have a show on Monday or Wednesday. Well, sort of. So Monday, you were probably feeling how I feel right now because I took some nice edibles last night, and I'm still feeling it a little bit. So,
Yeah,
I'm probably feeling how you felt Monday. So we didn't have a show then, right?
dog. I woke up at like
Wednesday,
2 afternoon. I woke up at like two
yeah,
in the afternoon.
Wednesday. You may have been with us for a little bit, but we officially hit the cancel culture for as we played a game of truth or dare, right? Didn't go well. And then you started talking about the METHOD man, the Method Man, and like I was like, don't talk bad about my favorite member of Wu-Tang. So, um, we hit the cancel culture on Wednesday, but we are back. We are no longer canceled. We are no longer fired. We're back on the air.
We're back. We've never been so back before.
We've never been so back before. So, what episode is this? Number 56 or something? Because
56.
so it was Wednesday supposed to be 56?
It was, but it got erased from the interwebs. So this
Yeah.
is 56.
Okay. So I have to recap. I have to, not Wednesday, but I have to recap what happened last Friday.
Okay, yeah.
Because now the recap is it was on Wednesday, but no, that's no longer in the, what'd you say, the interwebs?
The interweb,
Um
yeah.
yeah, the interwebs of Charlotte's Web. So last Friday, right?
Right.
I asked you on Wednesday, what is the most exciting game in sports? And you answered with
Game 7.
Game 7, right? So last Friday, me and the woman are sitting down. We partake in some nice edibles, and we're watching SmackDown, per usual. Um, and we bring out the one game that you're allowed to be a dick in, and that's sorry, right? You can be an asshole, and when we play sorry, we go all out. We play a best of 7 series, and um you know we keep the overall record in my phone, and like of course I'm dominating the record, like she's got to step her game up a little bit, but to become even, win loss record wise.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, we're doing our best of 7. Dude, I dominate game 1. Dominate, right? Dominate game 2. I go on the road. I start the series at home 2-0. I'm like, all right, this is, but everyone knows a 7-game series doesn't start until,
The home team loses.
correct. So, game 3 on the road, man, we think that they're going to come out with a hard punch. I think she's, going to get the crowd into it. Nope. Crowd is dead. I take a 3-0 lead. Man, this series is over. Clean sweeping, right? So,
Right.
uh, game 4, we're still in her house, right? I'm going on the road trying to bring the brooms out, right? This time the crowd has a little bit of different energy. The crowd's into it. They're like, you know what? We're not going down without a fight. So she takes game 4. I'm like, okay, okay. I'll go back at game 5. I'll win in front of my fans.
Still up
We'll have the
3-1.
parade. Yeah, we'll have the confetti, everything, the mascot, we'll be dancing, there'll be, kids crying and, you know, CEOs hiding from their wives, shit's gonna happen, in this game, game 5, right? So, we're game 5, the crowd is hyped. They're like, yeah, we're taking home the ship today. Well, I dropped the ball. Dropped the ball, man. She takes game 5. The crowd is stunned. They're like, okay, we still have some leeway, right? We're still up 3-2. There's no panic. Just win it on the road. Let's disappoint the road or the home fans and let them walk away, you know, disappointed, right? Just like my fans. So we go into game 6, right?
Mm.
Man, it's an epic game 6. It's back and forth. We're getting both, pawns into the home, into the safe zone. People are coming out of the safe zone. We're sorrying each other's asses. You know, I'm trying to put it away. Can't put it away, man. Can't put it away. I lose on the road. And I'm like, oh my God, I blew a 2-0, 3-0 series lead,
Right.
right? It's now 3-3. And we're headed to game 7. And the coverage on ESPN is like, is Bobby gonna collapse? Is the caboose gonna be derailed? Like all this shit, dude, all the headlines. It's like with game 7s, with series like this, like I don't want to be on the wrong side of history, right? I don't
Right.
want the epic, you know, up 3-0 and it falls through my hands and I don't give my fans a championship, and then who knows, like I could be like the Cubs or the Lions and go 100 years without winning anything. Who knows? You never know when your next championship is.
Right.
So we enter game 7, and I gather the troops, I gather my 4 pawns and I circle them around. I'm like, hey guys, this is game 7. We can't be on the wrong side of history.
Mm.
We can't go if we win this game. No one's gonna remember that we were up 3-0 and we lost that lead and had to force a game 7. No one's gonna remember that. All they're gonna remember is we won the goddamn sorry championship on whatever date that was. 8/22/25. August 22nd, 2025. We will not be known as the green that go down to the blue after a 3-0 lead. I'm telling my troops this, right?
Right.
Yeah, gathering around, dude. It's a real like remember the Titans moment. Like, don't let them gain another yard. Like my best coach Yost. Or was it Coach Yost? Yeah, I think it was
Something like
Coach
that.
Yost.
You got to get your Optimus Prime, like
Yeah,
here comes your war cry, here comes your battle speech going.
yeah, man.
Right.
So I can see the pawns are hype, dude. The pawns are hype. I'm like, all right, cool. At least we got. So the game starts, man, and it's intense from the beginning. Both of us, I get a pawn in, she gets a pawn in, I get a pawn in, she gets a pawn in, just back and forth, back and forth.
Mm.
Yeah, I get my 3rd pawn in. I'm like, fuck yeah, I got one more pawn in, right? She gets out of start, and then she gets a fucking backwards 4. She puts herself right in position to fucking go right into home. And I'm like, oh my God, I am going to lose this series. Dude, I am sweating. Like, Jacob Fatu's, shaking on the TV, and I'm sweating more than he is, like, I'm like, oh my God, dude,
Right.
Ugh. The goosebumps, like I was like The Rock. I was like showing the crowd the
Smacking your
goosebumps.
forearm.
The crowd was electrifying. They were like, Bobby, Bobby, because I got home court advantage.
Right.
So Crowds into the Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. And then you hear him like HOS, HOS, and all the other,
All the other inside
Bobby,
jokes.
Bobby K, Bobby K. They got all the chants going, right?
Right.
So she's in position to win, and you know, or she's got two of her guys there. I'm still working my way around. She gets her third guy in. I'm like, oh
Mm-hmm.
shit! I'm still about, I'm almost in range to get into my safe zone.
Mm.
Well, she gets on a spot. I think it was a 6. And if you're a sorry player, you know that there is no 6 in that deck. So I'm like, okay, at least she can't win on the next card, right? So I flip my card over and I get in the safe zone. I'm like, fuck yeah, I just need one card. I think I need a 3, or a combination. Again, if you're a avid sorry player, you know that a 2, you can draw again, so you can get a 2 and a 1 and win as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there, right? She flips over a card. Oh my God, it's a 3. I'm like, fuck, I needed that card. I needed that card. Another 3 is not coming up anytime
You
soon.
stole it from
So
me.
yeah, so she's 3 spots away from home too. This is our last guy, by the way. All other 3 pawns are in. We got 2 pawns. Both need a 3. Flip it over, no 3. Flip it over, no 3. Bam, bam, bam. We're going, we're going. Well, eventually, we both get on the doorstep. Whoever gets a 1, you can't be any closer to your home than just a 1.
You can taste it.
You taste it. It's game 7. This is like, man, this is like if ESPN Classic was still a thing. This would be an instant classic, and this would have been, what did I say? This was August 22nd, 2025. This would have been replayed on August 23rd, 2025 at noon. That would have been like instant classic. We got to show this series all weekend.
Right.
So, with every pull, I'm going slower and slower. I'm like, the dramatics just need a 1. Just need a 1. Oh, no 1. We get occasionally, again, if you're a sorry player, with the 10, you either go 10 or back 1. So if you get that, you have to go back 1 because you have to do what the card says if you can't go 10. So, we're moving back and forth with backwards 4s and backwards 1s, and just going back and forth, and we're right both at the doorstep, right?
Mm.
Well, eventually we get back to the point where we're back both, just needing a 1. Every card slower and slower as the anticipation builds. My girlfriend's fucking yelling at me like crazy because she's just like, flip the fucking card. And I'm like, it's game 7. Like, it's hype. The crowd is into it. We're going crazy. Blah, 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 blah. And, almost giving myself a heart attack.
Right.
Well, finally, after numerous shuffles, numerous cards, going through the deck multiple times,
I'm ready to jump out the chair.
I slowly flip over a fucking 1.
Bingo.
And being on the opposite side of history.
Bingo. God, we love this.
So, but the next night, she swept me 4-0. So, she did her revenge. But, I avoided history.
Would you say that's your favorite board game? Sorry.
One of them. We play it a lot because it's a fun 2-player game because like it goes quick,
Yeah.
and you can do something like that, and like we actually we know like playing it so much, we know like strategies and shit. Like how stupid is that sound? But when it gets crazy because like when we play like at her parents' house when we have 4 people, it's like a completely different game. Like
Right.
one-on-one, like like I said, like if you get out and your guy's on start, like the strategy, if you get like a 10 or a backwards one, you go backwards one to try to get to your safe
Yeah.
spot first because you're the only other competitor that they can sorry. So it's
Hmm.
like, it's not like, okay, well, I can choose one of three other people, three other people. No, you have to choose that person. So like it's
Right.
hard to get actually around the board, completely.
Hmm.
But
Bro,
yeah,
tear to
man.
my eye how awesome it was.
Oh, dude, I'm like fucking hyped, dude. I was like so dead before this, and
It's awesome.
now, I'm like hyperventilating.
I'm saying, bro, tears in my eyes.
Ugh.
It was a beautiful moment. Oh God,
I know, man.
so beautiful.
I am just, I'm happy that the fans went home happy. I'm happy that my girlfriend can't hold that over my head that she had made the greatest comeback in sorry fucking history.
Right.
I'm glad that I'm not on the other end of that, so
No one wants to be the
whew,
first.
dude, no,
There's a very small list of teams across all sports that have ever blown a 3-0 lead.
I know.
One goes back all the way to 1942 Stanley Cup. I think the most recent was it was what the Yankees in what 03?
Versus the Red Sox?
Yeah.
I think so. Or has there been a hockey one? I thought there was a hockey one more recently than that.
There's been a couple hockey ones. I want to say like maybe the Flyers in like the 2012, 11 somewhere around there.
Somewhere in there, probably. I don't know.
But
I'll
yeah,
take
dude,
your
that's
word.
nuts. I'll take your word for it.
Um,
But to
I'm
address,
dude.
huh?
I'm hyper. Like, whew,
Yeah,
that was
dude,
an
it
intense.
was intense. Now to address the elephant in the room,
Oh God.
Micah Parsons.
Oh geez, I thought you meant something else, man. I
No,
thought
no,
you meant
no, no,
something else.
no,
Dude. So Green Bay usually doesn't make moves like this. This is
no, no. No, it's not.
strange for them. They gave him like what 188 million.
188 million, 136 guaranteed, 47 million dollars a year.
Um, that's nice. I wonder if like if we talk good about it because like I'm a huge Lions fan. I wonder if we talk good about it if he'll donate to the show. Do you think so?
I mean, he has his own. I was gonna say he has his own show with Barstool, but shit, maybe. Um, like, what were your initial thoughts on the trade? I mean, especially with
Um,
you being a Detroit Lions guy, it's like, well, fuck, Micah's coming to my division.
yeah. I haven't even really been able to think about it. Yesterday was kind of a weird day. I had a
Yeah,
funeral to go to, so I found out that the trade happened. Um, in at the funeral.
and you're like, oh, well, I
So
can't think about it now.
yeah. Oh, actually, my buddy who his mom passed away actually
Yeah,
is the one that told me. So that the trade happened. So ironically enough, but no, I just haven't been able to actually digest it yet
yeah,
because yeah. Um, and Wednesday, I was telling you, I was vomiting like a woman with morning sickness. Um,
just going through
it
it.
was not going through it, dude. Going through
Hmm.
it. So, um, anyway, um, what was oh, so yeah, well, I didn't get really to digest it too much, but um, it's a little scary. Um, because he's probably he's top three, top four, top five defensive player in the league.
Yeah,
I mean, I would put him with like Miles Garrett,
him, Garrett,
Wa-
T.J. Watt, Pat Surtain, and insert fifth. Him.
Hutch, him,
Hutch is up there
and
too.
okay. So, but yeah, so I mean, scary.
Yeah,
I just don't like I told you like I'm not 100% on Jordan Love yet.
me too.
Um,
You and me both.
so I think he shows some great stuff, but I think I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of a lot of shit that he just throws up is kind of luck. but maybe it is actually like really, really good. But it
Yeah.
just seems like I don't know.
The
I
thing
don't know.
for the thing for me is Micah part like when Green Bay beat the shit out of Dallas, what was it, 3 years ago, and then they went to San Fran and had the ball late with a chance to go and upset it. Micah Parsons is not going to make Jordan Love read the field any better.
Right.
Like my immediate thought process was, okay, now the roster's really top heavy. Because if you really deep dive into their roster, like outside of their top four players, it's like I don't
Hmm.
really. It's just a lot of guys that are they're young up and coming team, but I don't like for everybody that yesterday and today that are buying Green Bay stock. I would hesitate on it for a minute because just from the outside looking in, they're what like the fourth, fifth best team in the NFC.
Hmm.
So like I don't know,
Yeah,
like
most people have them above the Lions too in the power
which
rankings. Like
which
and the Vikings, and I'm like, I think the Vikings are going to take a step back. Like I think Darnold, Darnold, I don't think Darnold's going to do what he did last year with Seattle.
right.
Right? He
No,
Seattle.
he's not going to throw 36 touchdowns again. No.
No, and like I think it was kind of just like a magical year for him.
Kevin O'Connell's
Um,
that quarterback whisperer, bruh.
yeah, but like I don't think JJ is gonna have a year like that right now. Like
No.
it's literally pretty much his rookie year.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think they're not gonna be 15-2. They're probably gonna be around 10-7, 9-8.
Yeah,
You
somewhere.
know,
That's my initial thought process too. Is like, JJ McCarthy is as it currently resides in his career that hasn't even really started yet. As long as he can just, as long as he can execute the plays that Kevin O'Connell calls, they'll be fine. Now, fine
yeah,
is not 15-2 fine.
right.
However, I think that if there's going to be growing pains, 110%. Kevin
Mhm.
O'Connell's just going to say, "Do not blow the game.
Right.
Here is our game plan. Here's what we need to stick to," and that's exactly what he did at Michigan, anyways.
Hmm.
Now obviously he's not surrounded with the slew of talent Michigan was, because Michigan was the best roster in college football, building. Now when it comes back, when we circle back towards Green Bay, it's like, okay, my thought process is, where do you fit in your division and then your conference, because that's who you're competing with at first. I don't think they're better than the Lions. If they are better than the Vikings, it's slightly. And I don't think they're miles ahead of like Chicago, because I mean, depends upon how you value Ben Johnson and what he can bring to Chicago, culture wise, play call wise, mind wise.
Yeah. No, there was some videos about showing Ben Johnson trying to put like his trick plays and shit into Chicago's offense
Yeah,
and going like disastrous. But um anyway, I mean people are gonna put like people will put the clips of like Shadur like throwing like a 5-yard pass and be like, oh, he's cooking. I'm like, dude, okay. But
it
anyway,
was an uncontested slant. Like, what are we
right.
like in practice?
What are we doing? But yeah, so the guy that Dallas got in return, Kenny Clark,
Yeah,
who is this guy? So tell me a
he
little bit about this guy, because are they getting a quality player in return?
yeah, he's a top 5, 6 defensive tackle in the league. He's more of a run stuffer than a pass rusher. He's 30. He was drafted in 2016. He's not he's coming off his worst pass rushing year. However, I like him. I think he's solid. He You're basically swapping a dominant edge player for an above average interior defensive lineman.
So you and I had talked the other day about the proposed trade, because they got what it was Micah Parsons for what, two firsts
And Kenny
and
Clark.
Kenny Clark.
Yep.
Okay, so a couple days ago we see this proposed trade from Detroit to get Micah Parsons,
Yeah,
and
the
it's including a first, David Montgomery, and Aiden Hutchinson.
yeah.
Oh. You're telling me, okay, that Green Bay got Micah Parsons for only that, and we would have had to give up, like in this proposed trade, our
Yeah.
best player, essentially, a like above average running back and a first round pick
You know what this trade
for
really
and just gave an aging defensive tackle who you just said is coming off probably his worst season, and
um
two first that if they expect to be good, they're going to be late
uh-huh.
first round picks.
Uh-huh.
So you're telling me my Detroit Lions couldn't have given them the same two first round picks because they were they're going to be later in the first
And
round
then
if
the
we get
Lee
Micah.
McNeil.
I don't even think we need Aleem McNeil's young. We could have gave them Marcus Davenport, someone who hasn't played in fucking 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's only like 27 or 28 anyway, but
Yeah.
he's a little bit injury prone. But you could have gave them an older player.
Hmm. I saw
Yeah.
a team was like I would have loved to
Right.
see if Buffalo would have been in the mix, and I assume they were.
Hmm.
However, I feel you know what this trade really reminds me of? Do you remember the Khalil Mack to Chicago trade?
Yes.
You trade for this dominant edge rusher after the draft, which is
Hmm.
interesting. In my opinion, if you're going to do or trade any of these superstar players, do it before the draft so you can get your immediate compensation. Because
Yeah.
now all because now all you're gonna do is, oh well, we have future assets. In my
Hmm.
opinion, in the who won the trade, that's the giant question that a lot of people ask. Oh well, who won the XYZ trade? Um, Low key, hot take. I think Dallas won this trade. You get off of the you cannot build your team a competitive team with a top three paid quarterback, a top three wide receiver paid, and a top three edge rusher paid. With him making $47 million a year, let's say they would have given him the exact same trade. Number one, your team is more top heavy than it is now because it's going to be thinner at the bottom and the middle. Especially around the margins. Um, you get a solid. I would I would say Kenny Clark is a very solid, serviceable defensive tackle, and two future firsts that could be high seconds, depending
But
upon
he,
where. Hmm?
I mean, he is
30.
probably on the decline, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
he's
yeah
30.
he's 30.
How old is Micah?
26.
I mean, he's got
Yeah,
he's
4 years on him. Yeah,
Micah could have like 10 more years in him.
I agree with you. However, for my thing, my thought process on why Dallas won this trade, they weren't winning the Super Bowl with Micah Parsons. And they're not winning
Okay.
the Super Bowl without Micah. They're not winning it without Micah Parsons. So,
Dude, it's kind of weird, man. Like,
mhm.
I feel like the NFL is like you can't have like just three or four guys that take up your cap. You're never gonna win you don't win the Super Bowl that way. You need like to
Yep.
spread it out and be deeper
Mhm.
than anything. Like look at like Philly. I mean, Philly's probably the deepest team in the NFL,
And they
and they're
still
all
somehow pay everybody.
yeah.
Howie
And
Roseman is a wizard when it comes to the cap.
like even like Tom Brady when I don't know if Tom Brady was ever the highest paid quarterback in the league because he would always he was like, all right, whatever, dude, and they won a bunch, you
I'll
know.
I'll take a
As
little
well.
bit less here and I'll take a little bit less here. So Bill, you go get a Stephon Gilmore that wins Defensive Player of the Year and could have won MVP in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Go out there and get players that will sure up not just your side of the ball. I bet Brady would have been doing backflips if they would have gone and bought some receivers in free agency. However, they both benefited from having those multiple top 10 defenses throughout Brady's tenure.
Right.
And
But even like with him going like go get Randy Moss. Like even though they didn't win I was about to say World Series, the Super Bowl.
yeah,
They didn't win the World Series either. That would have been pretty impressive. But they were freaking dominant. Like I
yeah,
mean, team was so good, and like Brady and Moss just made people look fucking stupid.
100%.
I hate Brady. I'm not a Brady guy. I don't like him. He went to Michigan. I don't like Michigan. I don't like the Patriots. You
mm,
know, just all over.
I'm a Steelers guy. You know how many times I thought we had really good teams and Brady just said, "Nope, you lose," and I'm just like, "Oh well, just fuck me then."
You never had good teams.
We had a handful of teams that always we were always in our own fucking way at the
Didn't you win
worst
a Super Bowl
times.
in Detroit?
We won one in Detroit. It was the
The only Super
Buses
Bowl
last game.
won in Detroit.
Huh?
It was the only Super Bowl won in Detroit. Was by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That was even crazy controversial because of from bullshit calls to bullshit spots against Seattle the whole fucking game. But womp womp. That's what I have to
I
say.
remember. Hey, I remember when that was. It was like 2005 or six.
Yeah, 6.
I was I was just out of high school. I graduated in '05, right? So like me and my buddy we were at Taco Bell, and this was like when the around the week of the Super Bowl, we were at
Mhm.
Taco Bell, and these people from like out of town had no idea where they're from, right? They they're putting their trash in the trash bin. They hit the trash can,
Mhm.
and the trash can used to go in Taco Bell. When you put your trash in, it would say thank you, and so they put it in, and it's like thank you, and they're like, oh man, their trash cans talk here.
That's
I
so
was like, what
funny.
the fuck? It's so stupid.
And you bring those back. Bring back the talking trash cans. We already had.
Yeah, man.
We already have robots bringing us our food. Might as well have robot trash cans too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. Have them talk to us
Yo,
and be.
could you?
All they have to do is say thank you, have a nice day, and that's if they said that, I bet the world would be a much nicer place because they'd be like, oh, someone cares.
Or could you imagine like you feed them your trash and they go, thank you, thank you, like they just
Yeah,
ate.
but that would be funny. But then at the end they would say like,
Yeah,
have a nice day,
yeah,
because
just
like
something short and sweet.
that's like
Yeah.
people be like, oh, I was gonna go rob a bank, but I don't think I'm gonna do that right now because the trash can said, I hope you have a nice day, and you know what? Now have seen the light, and I'm gonna turn my life around.
Mhm.
I mean, it could happen. We could have a lot less crime, a lot less,
You're right.
violence, and
110%.
just because of trash cans that say "Have a nice day" at the end.
Sometimes everyone just
More
needs
people
just
need to hear this.
yeah, like as I have said, I think I said it like maybe last week. I want less hate in the world and more hate in sports. Like that's it, dude. Like I need to get that on a
So,
T-shirt. Um, to go towards the World Series and baseball for a second. I don't know if you saw this, but Kyle Schwarby, uh, he hit his 47th. No, it was his 46th, 47th, 48th, and 49th home run all last night. And
Jesus.
he becomes the
Uh,
21st player to ever have a 4 home run game, the third player to do that this year, which is insane. And I was doing some research. There's been 21 people to hit 4 home runs in one game. There's been 24 perfect games. So it's more rare to hit 4 home runs in one game than it is, to have a perfect game, which is mind-boggling when you think
man,
about it. And
it,
what's
it
also
really.
crazy is Kyle Schwarber's
You
going
have
to
a lot
be.
of aim.
I do have a lot of hands, and I need to lose some. But he's a free agent this upcoming year, upcoming off season. I saw some people were saying, um, if Philly lets him walk, if he really just wants to rack up home runs, let's go to Colorado and break Barry Bonds' record.
Or I thought you were gonna say go to the Yankees. I mean,
the
they
short
got a
porch,
short
he's a
left field.
lefty, yeah. There's your
It's fly ball.
there, there
Bet
goes your pull side.
he goes to the Yankees. I bet he goes to the Yankees.
It's that'd be such a
Because I
fun
mean,
team.
if I were him, I would hit free agency. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you
because
could always go back to the Phillies,
yeah,
but
that's my point. It's like when, because I think he's 136 home runs away from 500, and I don't know
mhm.
how much you value is the 500 benchmark for Hall of Fame.
I I hate that, I hate that people don't look at like anything else. So, like it's not like that doesn't automatically get you in.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't have to have that to get in.
hmm
Um,
I got a
but
funny another stat to throw at you. So you know how Cal Raleigh just became the first catch to have 50 home runs in the season, right?
yeah,
I saw someone on Twitter say, "I wish I could give credit because this was such a funny comment." They said they posted like Cal Raleigh's batting average over like the past 7 games, 15 games, and 30 games, and over the past 30 games he's hitting like 202. Someone said, when are we going to acknowledge that Cal Raleigh is just a glorified Joey Votto? And that shit had me fucking dying because there's a good chance Cal Raleigh wins MVP this year, but over his last 30 games, as of yesterday, he's hitting like 202, which is hilarious.
so okay, so what's his overall average?
His overall average, I do not know off the top.
I don't get the Joey Votto comparison. Wasn't Joey Votto a 300 hitter?
I guess later on in his career, I have no idea.
I mean, like Joey Votto was always like up there in average, except for maybe his last year or two.
Yeah, Cal Raleigh's hitting 244.
Okay, look up Joey Votto's career average real quick.
Uh,
I don't get the
Joey
comparison. I'm trying to.
career batting average. He hit 294 for his career.
Yeah, so he was like almost a 300 hitter. So I don't really understand I
Let
mean
me
maybe
let me check his
last
last
couple
couple.
years.
I was about to say, okay. Oh fuck. Yeah, his last 2 years he was hitting 202 and 205. So
Okay. Oh, okay. Now, okay, I get
they
the
don't
comparison.
they don't remember prime Joey Votto back in like 2016, 2017 when he was hitting 304 and shit like that.
Play for 20 years, dude. You can't play for 20 years with being a fucking scrub, you know.
Right.
Um. Anyway. No. Okay. So I get it. The last 2 years, yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't the greatest. Um. Anyway. But yeah, I think like it depends on like if you get 500 home runs, right?
hmm
Yeah. It. I don't think you're automatically in. It should be like you're like 80% in, but like you do got to look at like some other like,
Accolades.
average, where you like I always just look at like were you one of the most dominant players in your era, you know.
Yeah,
I think there's a big difference between Hall of Really Good and Hall of Fame.
I agree 110%. My Hall of Fame is like high,
Oh,
but yeah, and
yeah,
that's
it's like
where,
all wrestling.
huh?
It's like all elite wrestling.
Yeah, you got to be
Where
like the elite of the elite, where the good wrestlers wrestle.
yeah.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
for me, like I don't know, it's tough because the Baseball Hall of Fame is so funky.
I know. I
Well,
know, because like, dude, you need Pete Rose in there. You need all these guys in there. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care that they fucking cheated. I don't care if they gambled. Like, just put them in, dude. Like, you still have to hit the ball. Like Barry Bonds, like you still have to fucking hit the ball. Um,
I,
it was an era. Put your asterisks in it. Just put a wing of the Hall of Fame as the steroid era or
yeah.
the controversy shit or controversial whatever. Like,
hmm
dude, you can't deny the numbers. Like, it's okay. The integrity, okay, cool. Like, I get
Dude,
it, but
I
whatever.
was talking to my dad the other day about when I was looking at baseball stats because baseball is his favorite sport, and I was like, how the fuck are you not gonna have like your GOAT of baseball in the Hall of Fame? And he said, who's the GOAT? I said, Barry Bonds. And my dad's a fucking old head, so he's like, I don't know. I think Pete Rose is the GOAT. And I was like, hey, dude, I don't know enough historians about baseball. I'm not finna fight you on it, dude. You got it. You're gonna have your all-time hits leader, or your home run, your WAR, walks, all that shit, right?
Barry never won a World Series either, so
Huh?
Barry never won a World
Yeah.
Series either. I know Pete Rose, I think, won a couple of them, but anyway,
It was even one last thing really quick, because then my dad was like, well, look up total bases, and
yeah,
Pete Rose was like within like 200-300 of Barry Bonds, and I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, that's really close for someone who wasn't hitting a lot of home runs, and I was like,
yeah,
hey, you got a point, dude.
yeah, exactly. And dude, like, it's like, okay, it's comparable to like, okay, so Michigan just got basically a slap on the wrist for the cheating scandal or whatever.
Yeah.
Whether anything else happen, or the Reggie Bush Heisman, or I think Ohio State had a national championship taken away.
The
You can't take these
Astros.
things away. Yeah, the Astros. You can't take these things away. Like, people still are going to be like, no, they won the World Series, or no, they won the national championship. Like, you can't erase that from my memory. You're not going to Mandela affect this shit. Like, they still won it. I remember watching them win. There's footage of them winning it. It's not like freaking Shazam, the fake movie with Sinbad. You know about that, or is that too before your
I know
time?
about Sinbad.
No, you know about that movie?
You said
Do you know
Shazam?
what the Mandela effect is?
Yeah.
Okay, so people thought there was a movie in the 90s that came out. They thought it was a genie movie called Shazam with Sinbad. People thought they saw it. People thought all this shit. This movie never existed, but people swear it did.
It's kind of like the Fruit of the Loom
Well,
shit.
the actual movie is Kazam with Shaq, and he was a genie.
It's kind of like
But
the Fruit of the Loom shit with the Capricorn. Have you heard about that one?
which refresh my memory.
So the Fruit of the Loom logo, how
Okay.
it's a bunch of fruits, right?
Yeah.
The Mandela effect is that there was always like a Capricorn at the end of it, and
Oh, really?
yeah, there's an assload of just crazy
Yeah.
ones,
Like the Flintstones.
like the
Uh,
Pringles guy,
yeah, the Berenstein Bears.
Mr.
Yeah.
Monopoly with his monocle and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
There's an assload of them.
And I think it started with, or like that, like Mandela. People, like a bunch of people thought he died in the 80s.
Yeah, like in
In
jail.
Yeah. And, so, but yeah, man. So I don't know how we got on Mandela effect. But
Steroid era. And
oh
cheating.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
cheating.
Like, it's not gonna make me fucking forget. And now, maybe if this was 1960 or like when everything wasn't filmed, but you can't fucking erase all the videos on the internet.
You
Like,
can't you can't Men in Black the shit.
yeah. I mean, maybe they can. Maybe they're gonna. Maybe I think I just heard the doorbell. You know.
Yeah, it's really. That's why. I'm not saying that baseball's hard to get into, because once again, once you get in and you find enjoyment in watching it or playing it, you just enjoy it. But like, that's why baseball for me is their Hall of Fame. It will always be scuffed or not. Not saying that's not legit. However, like, you have some of your greatest of all time players that, when you go into the pantheon of whatever, like if you were to go into the record books and it's just like, example, if there's a baby Kaboose walking around one day and you're like, and he says, "Hey Dad, let's look at the records of baseball. This Barry Bonds dude is everywhere. He must have been really good. Did he ever make the Hall of Fame? No.
And I'd be like, no, son, he doesn't exist.
I read 760 home runs. No, son. He would. put him in a coma to make him forget what he's seen.
Just kidding. That's not
Yeah,
funny.
we're not. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, it's not funny.
No, it's not. The Men in Black thing is funny, but
Yeah, the Men in Black thing.
yeah, no. But yeah, it's like, hey, Dad, who's the MLB's all-time hit leader? It's this guy named Pete Rose. Damn, how good was he? Well, you know that thing
He
called
wasn't good at all. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
You know that Hall of Fame where all the good baseball players go, Dad? Yeah. Did he ever make it? No.
No.
Why? Well, you see, he was gambling, and he got caught with a minor. So I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Karl Malone together.
Oh yeah. Not good.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know about that until after he died.
Yeah.
I fucking I'm scrolling on Twitter and it's just rest in peace Pete Rose, my all-time hit leader, and then someone just posted a thread of all like the bad shit the bad shit he did, right? And it was his gambling stuff and his steroid accusations and stuff and cheating, and then it was like minor, and I was like, huh? Because you can.
And it wasn't minor leagues.
No, he got.
Damn.
He got caught.
He just looks like a creepy Lloyd Christmas. Do you know who Lloyd Christmas is?
No.
Dumb and Dumber, dude. Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber.
Lloyd Christmas is crazy.
Yeah, that's his name, Lloyd Christmas. Yeah, doesn't he look like an evil Lloyd Christmas? Like, just the look in his eye, like, you'd just be like, if Lloyd Christmas. You know how like Stewie in Family Guy like cloned himself, and he had
the evil Stewie. Oh yeah.
The evil Stewie and the bitch Stewie, and like every
Stewies.
time, I think there was an episode where like every time he did it, they would get dumber and dumber and dumber. Well, like it's like Pete Rose and Lloyd Christmas are like someone's clone, like through the timeline.
Yeah.
It's that pie haircut, dude.
The original bowl cut.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was fucking actual bowl, dude. So, okay, speaking of that, man, you see like the memes of like the terrible fucking haircuts like back in the day.
Yeah.
And like I just saw this one with it was like the bowl cut, but it was all like fucked up, and it was like it was like kids these days, and the kid's got like a sweet fucking line in his hair, and like it's all looking sweet versus like back in the day when mom would cut your hair. So I was mostly through school I would just shave my head because I didn't want to do my hair. I didn't want to go get haircuts. Like, it was just easier to just fucking shave my head. So the first before I started just shaving my head myself, my mom would do it for me, and I had asked her to cut my I was like, oh, can you give me a fade, right, dude? This was the absolute worst. And this was I think I have actual school picture with it, so it's like it's not something that like could go away. Like, this is in a yearbook, I think, somewhere.
Yeah.
And if this pops off, one of my classmates was like, man, Bobby Kaboose had a fucked up haircut in like 9th grade or something, or whatever whatever grade it was. I know, unfortunately, it was in elementary school. It was actually, I had fucked up hair then too. I got a bunch of colics and shit in the back. That's why I gotta have my hair really long or super short, because I got a bunch of colics in the back, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so my mom, she goes to give me a fade, and dude, like, talk about like a fucking mushroom head, dude. Like, it was like sticking out and like around. There was no fade. It like went from like how I got it now to like ding. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Bro,
and
like a thumb.
No, man, I look like it looked like a fucking penis head, dude. Like it fucking looked like a mushroom head.
That's
Like
so
I was like, what the
funny.
fuck, dude? And yeah, I got I think it's my like ninth grade picture or something. I got it somewhere, dude, and it looks fucking terrible.
That's
So
so funny.
that's how that. And then I remember my eighth grade, like when I was growing up, like the down and like the flip up
Yeah.
was like the fucking popular thing. Well, again, I got fucking colics in the back, dude. So like
I've been trying to have Calix in the front.
my shit was like fucking like it was like a reverse of that. It was like a half pipe going the other way.
That's so funny. I remember. I mean, so. My mom's dad is he's a hairdresser slash barber. He's got his own salon. So thank
Hmm.
God, growing up when my mama cut my hair, that she actually grew up in a fucking salon. So she actually
Yeah.
knew what she was doing. Thank God I never like fucked up my hair. Thank God, bro.
Uh,
Cause I got some long hair.
Found out, when I was an adult, how to handle the fucking colics. Like I was like one of the girls that used to cut my hair. She's like, I see your hair's kind of fucked up back here. And I'm like, I know. And like I mean, she didn't say that. She's like, you got a lot of
Right.
colics. Like, I know, and like in my mind, it's like, yeah, I know, it looks fucked up. Like, trust me. So, and she goes, like I could shave, up higher and like blend it. And I'm like, she was the first one to ever cut my hair to fucking suggest that. And I'm like, yeah, and then it looked fucking perfect. And I'm like, I could have not had these, retarded fucking haircuts all my life. Like either fucking major spike in the early '90s, the mushroom cut with it parted
Oh,
down
that's
the
so
middle,
funny.
the reverse faux hawk, then finally whatever, I was bald pretty much because I shaved my hair to peach fuzz and kind of looked like a neo-Nazi. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but it kind of looked like it. It looked like, have you ever seen American History X?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked, what was it, Edward Norton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a skinny white kid, with the head shaved like that, you kind of look like that. My bad. Um,
Bro.
but anyway, I still dressed like I was in G Unit. That's fine. Um, anyway, and then when she cut my hair like that, it was like a revelation, and I was like, cool. So I was able to like do some other stuff, and then I was like, you know what? I never had my hair long, and then I was like slicking it back and shit, and then all of a sudden, the girl that was cutting my hair at the time, she is no longer with us. God rest her soul. She died really young, man. She died when she was like 38. Anyway,
Damn.
but she was real cool. But anyway, she would always fuck with me and like do weird shit with my hair when my hair was long, and she put it in a little like top thing that looked like a turnip, and she just kept it. I was like, whatever, and like then I was able to bun it, and I was like, oh man, I've never had a fucking bun. And then again, she was like, oh my god, it's almost long enough for me to braid. I was like, for real, you can braid it? And then she French braided it. And, the rest was history.
That's hilarious.
So anyway,
Now,
the evolution of my hair.
now we do have a semi new segment to add on top of our Nerfies.
Oh yeah, are we doing the Nerfies first? Or are we doing the new segs?
We can do the Nerfies first.
Okay, let me pull up the Nerfie of the day.
You
Uh,
mean you mean you mean your Nerfie of the day,
yeah.
bro?
Do
It
you
was
so for the
so.
other things, do you have the numbers?
For the new thing.
The new
Yeah,
thing.
I'm pulling
Do
her
you have
up
the
right
number?
now. Yeah, yeah. Bro, yesterday it was so funny because the Braves scored three in the top of the first. I was like, okay, I want, I live near Atlanta. I like when the Braves do good, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, maybe they're gonna jump on top of the Phillies. Wrong. The Phillies scored 15 straight runs after that. And I'm like, oh my god. Final score was 19-4.
Jesus.
Insane.
Uh,
Yeah, right.
All
North.
right,
Yeah,
I
right.
got one.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I am
Oh
I'm
God.
going with this game based on one pitcher and one pitcher only. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Pirates against the Boston Red Sox because Paul Skeens is pitching, and Paul Skeens is got a 2.07 ERA with 181 strikeouts. He's probably going to strike out the side, and Boston has no idea who they're going to throw out there. They might throw out Nomar Garcia Parra. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't matter because they just need 3 outs because Skeens ain't letting up a run.
Give me. Ooh, I got. Oh fuck, that's kind of scary. Never mind. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Give me. You know what? Oh shit. You kind of took the. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I believe. Give me the. Fuck. Oh, easy peasy, semi lemon squeezy. Give me the Milwaukee Brewers and against the Blue Jays, two of the best offenses. Kind of scary, however, two elite to semi elite pitchers. You got Freddie Peralta, who has a 15-5 record, who's actually been kind of killing it low key, with a 268 ERA and 160 Ks, going up against Shane Bieber, who has a 1.5 ERA and 9 strikeouts on the year. He only has one start, so hopefully, and it was when he was still I don't know, he made his first start 6 days ago and went 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, and 9 Ks. So, the Beebs, do what you did last time this time. Not hard, see, bing, bang, boom. All right,
All right. So, the new hey, what's starting this weekend?
do we have a name for it yet or no?
No, but what's starting this weekend?
College football is semi starting because it already started yesterday and last weekend, but your first super big Saturday, college football.
Okay, whatever. You just ruined all the buildup. But anyway, we're gonna be picking five games, five random games, against the spread, for college and the NFL, and we'll be keeping our records and see, who's more dominating at the end of the year.
Where's my search? Here we
So
go.
you got the spreads for these games?
I will look them up as we go.
Okay, the first game on the slate, the biggest, probably the game of the weekend, a
I,
noon kickoff.
I was going to go
Texas
backwards, but that
Ohio
works too.
State. Okay, whatever. Texas versus Ohio State. What's the spread? I think it's 1.5.
The spread for the Texas Ohio State, according to FanDuel, is 1.5. Ohio State is favored.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first. It's fine.
I'm going with the Texas Longhorns. I was almost going to say the Rangers, but the Texas Longhorns plus 1.5. So Arch Manning is going to Arch Manning is going to go in because it's Ohio State's home, right?
It's in the shoe.
Yeah, he's going into Columbus. Dude, Texas is my pick to win the national championship because this is how the script is going to be written. Arch Manning goes into Ohio State. He dominates. I think Ohio State has like a freshman quarterback. I'm not sure. Or inexperienced quarterback. Texas wins. They win the national championship. He's the number 1 overall pick to the New Orleans Saints. He plays where his grandfather played, and that's how the Manning legacy continues.
This is tough. I'm gonna have to go with. It's really tough because Texas is a top to bottom. Like, they're both fantastic programs and fantastic teams. But for this matchup, I'm going to go with the team with the two best players. That is Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs. It's semi-disrespectful for a team that just... Now, I understand they don't have Will Howard anymore, who was sensational in the playoffs last year. But I think Ohio State takes the... Because at first it was crazy. At first, Texas was favored by I think 2.5, which is kind of insane when your national champions aren't ranked number one and they are home dogs. But
Dude, we got 4 more games to go, man.
we
I'm just saying we need quick hitters.
quick hitters. All
Um,
right.
we got LSU versus Clemson. Not to sound like a dick.
No, it's good.
LSU versus Clemson.
Yeah. Clemson is favored by 3.5.
Clemson plus 3.5.
No, Clemson minus 3.5.
Clemson minus 3.5.
Yep.
I'm taking the points again. I'm going LSU plus 3.5. You know why? Because I think it's Tigers versus Tigers, and when Tigers face Tigers, it's a pretty close matchup. So,
I think Clemson and Cade Klubnik make a statement and win at home and beat up on LSU.
sweet. California versus Oregon.
Is it Oregon or Oregon State?
Oregon. I got Oregon. Unless I wrote it down wrong.
California. You say California?
Yeah,
California's taking on Oregon State.
Okay, my bad.
Because Oregon is favored by 27.5 against Montana State.
Oh, okay. Well, what's this game? California versus Oregon State.
California at Oregon State. The spread is Oregon State minus 2.5.
Oregon State minus 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the Beavers minus 2.5. Because Beavers build dams. Beavers build dams, and that forces the Bears not to be able to get the Bruins. Bruins are bears, right? They can't get the salmon after they build the dam. So Beavers minus 2.5.
Beavers minus 2.5. I'm right there with you.
Sweet. Georgia Tech versus Colorado.
Georgia Tech is favored by 4.5.
So Georgia Tech minus 4.5 against Colorado. Huh. Give me the Buffaloes. Are they the Buffaloes or are they the Bison?
They're the Buffalo.
Okay. Yeah, give me the Buffaloes because prime time does not go down against, I think, the Bulldogs. Georgia Tech?
They're the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets. Green Hornets, Yellow Jackets, whatever. Same div. I won like 7 national championships with them last year in NCAA too.
Give me Georgia Tech. I think their quarterback's name is Henry King. He's going to run all over run all over Colorado's defense.
What was that spread, by the way? 4.5.
4.5.
I get 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then Utah versus UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah, California is the Bears, right?
I think so.
UCLA is the Bruins.
Yeah.
Whatever. UCLA and Utah.
Utah is favored by 5.5.
Utah's favored by 5.5?
Yep, on the road.
Give me the Utes. They're the Utes, right?
The Utah Utes, baby.
I'm doing pretty good. They're the Utes. Hey, you know what Utah knows? Utah knows religion and football. And now Mammoth hockey.
I will back you. I think Nico Iamaleava will struggle early with UCLA, and Utah will cruise to a nice, solid, comfortable win, covering the 5.5 point spread.
All right. So we'll check our records back on. Are we coming back on Monday or are we doing Tuesday?
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. Probably. Well, if I do it Monday, it'll be from a remote location. Let's just aim for Tuesday. We'll give everyone the holiday.
Yeah.
We'll come back refreshed on Tuesday. We'll do back-to-back shows on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Nice.
But thank you for joining us and welcome us back from our little hiatus of our 1-game suspension. You can follow us over at we're live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I don't even know what the fucking the tag is anymore. we're live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Here on New Leaf News is YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment. If you can't follow us live, it's always posted after, so check us out after. Um, Go check out newleafnews.com/network. Both of them take you to the same great site. We have daily content, whether it's sports, entertainment, news, um, murder shit, space dust, or whatever you say, for the horoscopes, um, and all that shit. We got a bunch of it. Go over there. It's great stuff. We have a fabulous team of writers. And we're growing by the day. So check us out on our social medias: Facebook, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, TikTok, obviously YouTube at New Leaf News. If you like other podcasts, go check out our Pods and More section. You have my other show, 64-Bit Legends. Myself and my co-host Melvin Troy, at 64-Bit Legends on Instagram, on X. I am at Bobby Kaboose on those two platforms. That's at Lawson _1226 under the same two platforms as well. And hey, we just passed your how old are you? 25, 24?
4.
You're now 24 and 3/4. Congratulations. Your third 3/4 of a birthday was a couple days ago. That 12/26, we say it every show. He's never gotten a birthday gift. He has never seen birthday wrapping paper in his life because that fat ass Santa Claus is always taking up his glory and giving his presents, but he never gets one for his birthday. No one it's the day of his birth. Everyone just celebrates Jesus's, and then they're so hungover that they don't care about Lawson's. But hey, let's make sure we care about it this year. Go donate to his Amazon wish list. It's like 17 pages long and it's growing by the day. So, anyway, get him some new clothes, some new things for his room. That Steelers sign's kind of falling off the wall and it's kind of lame. But hey, he'll live and he'll learn. But anyway, I'm done rambling. Lawson, if you want to take us out, have a great Labor Day weekend.
As always, thank you so much for joining us for episode 56 of the Legends Clubhouse, for the Legends Clubhouse and New Leaf News. I'm Lawson Turner. That's Bobby Kaboose. We will see you beautiful people, not Monday, Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hope you enjoy your long weekend. And like I said, we will see you beautiful people when, I was about to say Wednesday, my dumbass, Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Until next time, see you later, and we hope you enjoy your weekend.
Peace.
Peace.